Yeah. So, all right, so it's working now. Uh, do we have audio? Okay, cool. Hello everyone. Welcome to our Bingo Bongo Weeklies for Breath of the Wild. Uh, Today we're gonna be having a normal row control between Mars and Schwep. They're both active members of our community, and this should be a lot of fun. I will be your host tonight. I am Vlad, and joining me on comms in a little bit, we're gonna have Ariel. Um, she's running late, a little bit late, but that's all right. Um, yeah, I think that's as much as I have to say about it now. So we can reveal the board as soon as the runners are ready. Okay, cool. Runners are ready. All right. Let's see. So, ooh, we have some interesting goals in this card. We have some hard goals, some very hard goals apparently, and some that are sure to take some time, but you can also route in quite a bit of stuff as you do it. So let's start by talking about activate 7 towers. 7 towers is one of those goals that, even though it's gonna take you a while, it's not that bad of a goal because there's a lot of things you can do while you get the 7 towers. We have goals here that will definitely have a lot of synergy, namely mount 5 different cute creatures and mount 9 different creatures. But, you know, seeing as this is a row control, I find it hard to believe that any of the runners would actually try any of those goals. They're definitely harder than what they're worth, in my opinion. So I guess we'll see. We're currently doing our 5 minutes of routing time. And let's see, what else do we have here? Akala Trial of the Labyrinth, that's a good one. That's surprisingly Ariel, welcome.
Hello, I'm here. Sorry I'm a little late.
It's fine. We're gonna be having a row control today. So,
Oh, okay.
do you see the board?
I'm just looking at it right now.
Yeah. So,
Or sorry, I
what do
have
you
to read all
think?
of this.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. It is a dense board
I've
here.
done, I mean, I've done actually a fair number of these goals myself, just individually. Actually, I've done more than yeah, this is full of goals Ariel's done.
Column 3
Um,
is the only one that won't take like 2 hours, according to Storewide Boss, and I am inclined to agree.
yeah, yeah. Well, so,
The
Varud is a
beautiful
pro.
thing about Oh
Varud is a
yeah, no,
problem,
Varuda,
obviously. And
I mean, obviously, we don't want fish drama to be a part of this because, too many cutscenes, one would say.
also takes too fucking long anyway.
Yeah.
Killing an enemy with Master Sword beams could also be a problem for a variety of reasons. It's gonna require doing EMS,
Mhm.
which having watched MB try to do it for like 15 minutes, not as easy as it looks. Um, and also killing an enemy with Master Sword beams takes fucking forever anyway because they do not very much damage. So great. Um,
I mean, it could
I
just
have to
be a
be.
Keese. A Keese counts as an enemy, and they're
That's
like
true. That's true.
one
That's true.
hit
That's
point.
true.
So,
Fi
I mean, the
five
biggest problem
memories.
with that,
5 memory.
that's
Amber.
the faster one, okay? That's one of the faster goals in this one. We
How
have
many
Amber
miles to
Earrings,
Guardian?
which is bound
Oh,
to
I don't want
take
to think about it.
way
I don't want to think about
longer
that.
than 5
Well, you
memories.
can get the amber earrings for free, can't you?
Yeah, but you still need
Ten flint. 10
the
flint.
flints, yeah,
And
which
also getting into Gerudo in
is,
the first
well,
place.
oh yeah, so like you
Um,
need 600 rupees plus the
well,
flint.
there is a repeat. There's Mount 5 and Mount 9.
Yeah, but like mounting creatures just takes so long. I find it hard to believe any of the runners would actually try to go for those unless they have no other choice.
Why is Terrytown on here?
Wait, I didn't
Why
even
is
see Terrytown. Is it?
why is Terrytown on here?
Oh God, from the ground up is in here. Oh wow, I didn't see that.
All right, so this is okay, so here's the thing. Um, I have to leave at like 6:45. I have a thing at 7:30 that takes like 35 minutes to get to, and I need to be a little early. So yeah, I'm not gonna be able to stay the whole time, unfortunately.
That's
I'm,
fine, but
I'm happy to come for as long as for as long as I can be here. But this is this is gonna be take fucking forever.
yeah, this is gonna be a long board unless we see some really strategic gameplay by at least one of the runners.
So a
Because
couple.
there are some Koroks that there's some goals
No,
that won't
there are
really
a couple
take a
quick
lot.
ones. There are a couple quick
Yeah.
ones. GP Koroks, rubber armor if you know where you're going. Um,
Hmm.
game
Secret
over
of the
from
Snowy
B.
Peaks is
Game over from
also quick.
Game over from Bees is very quick as well. Yeah, sorry.
Hmm.
You said Secret of the Snowy Peaks.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's a quick one, isn't it?
Well, you have to just
Like,
have to go
it
and
doesn't
as long
take
as you
too long.
as long as you find the shrine and go activate it and then complete it, you can probably do that. But you have to go into Hebrew for that.
Hmm.
Wildberry crepe. As long if you can get to Rito, yeah, you can do that.
Yeah, yeah. So,
There are a couple really like the 20 bird eggs. It's not as hard as you think.
oh, really? No, it's not.
You can get
Doing bird
a
eggs.
significant amount on plateau. You can get a significant amount on plateau.
Yeah, bird eggs sounds like it would be a really long goal, but really, it's
The
just a
other
matter of kind of knowing where to find the eggs.
the other problem is I don't expect anyone to do picture memories because there's nothing else in here that requires camera, is it?
No, there's not actually. I don't think so.
Yeah, but there's two
There's
goals.
Hebrew Shrine.
There's two
That would.
goals with
Hmm.
there's two
Hey, game over
goals
from
with
bees. That was quick.
yeah, that was very quick. Um,
Yeah, two
Radiant.
goals.
Yeah, sorry, two goals that require the uh fairy fountains.
Hmm. True.
And soldier's armor 1 star is actually really easy if you have the money to buy a piece of the armor. I think it's like goblin horns, right, or something like that.
Yeah, yeah. It's Boko horns, and actually, like getting the soldier's armor, you only get them in Hiteno. That could be like a good enough motivation for you to
Do
get the
picture
camera, I
memories.
guess. Yeah, because picture memories, and if you know where they are, it's easy to route other stuff together, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Like it's a bit of a longer goal, but it's a goal that if you have a lot of other stuff that you need to do,
And if you're in
it's
Kakariko, you
definitely
can go
worth
and
it.
piss off a cuckoo. A cuckoo.
Definitely, yeah, exactly.
What is it? 4 hits?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Activate 7
And
towers. If anyone does that, I'm going to personally call them up and ask them why they enjoy pain.
I mean, look, with BLSS, 7 towers isn't that bad. The problem
That's
used
fair.
to
That's
be
fair.
how many BTBs you'd have to do to get
Oh
like to the
yeah.
top of
Or
the
how many
towers.
wind bombs do you want to do just to get that height to get up there or whatever?
Exactly. And like, in bingo you have limited stamina usually. Like it's very rare to
Yeah,
see a
you've got
person that actually gets many wheels or stamina
yeah, well
food.
yeah, well I again, people underestimate cooking in this game, and you can, if you know where to look, you can get plenty of stamina food. Especially if you're
Indeed.
willing to go to fairy fountains and pick up Endura carrots and cook them.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And like Satori also has like a bunch of stamina food that you could
Oh
get.
yeah. Oh yeah. So again, like there's you this is a tough board, but it's feasible, I think.
Oh yes, absolutely. I think if we had some notorious runners like Piston and Coinsy, this would be over way quicker than we imagined it to be. But
And
those are
you know what?
two way too good runners that actually run Hundo in the regular. So
But this isn't the kind of board where a Hundo runner has a clear advantage. Like a board that has like a bunch of Korok slots or has a bunch of shrine slots, I would feel like would have
hmm,
the Hundo runners would have like a clear advantage. But this is a lot of side quests, this is a lot of collecting of stuff. And Hundo
oh
runners know
yeah.
where all the stuff is for upgrading permanent items, but how well do they know where all the eggs are? You know,
Hmm.
how, and stuff like that. So again, I think both these runners. Again, I've played bingo with Schwemp for a long time, and he's gotten so much better over the time that I've known him, and now he's a force to be reckoned with, I would think. Um,
Oh yeah.
and
No,
as
Schwem
what
has improved to a point that it's incontestable to say that he's a really good bingo player for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, I don't know much about Mars, but again, Mars got the first goal and seems to know what he's doing. So
Oh
uh,
yes, absolutely.
I don't think
I
this is
think
gonna be. I
Mars
don't
is
think this is gonna
more
be a
active.
wipeout.
Oh no, I don't think so either. But I think Mars is more active as a speedrunner and maybe bingo player in the speedrunning Discord. So we don't usually see him as much in Bingothon
Fair
as
enough.
much as we see Schwemp. I think Schwemp is basically on almost every weekly that we
Yeah,
do at this point.
yeah. I mean, he is a common contributor for Bingo Wars. Now I have to go look up Mars on SRC because I know I don't.
I
um,
personally wouldn't know any runs that they have done that I can like think of off the top of my head, but I'm pretty sure to have a decent time in 80%. I could be completely wrong, but you know.
I don't know what name they go under on SRC. I'll have to find out later. Um, well, there are a couple. Well, there. I mean, does he run ILs? Because that's a whole little cadre of people um, that also come into bingo and wow us. I think Kai, Power Gamer Kai, was someone I had never heard of before until she came into bingo, and then I looked them up and I was like, oh my god, what is
Oh.
this?
Kai is a great contributor to the BCC, right? So
Yeah, exactly. I was gonna
that's
mention that
just
as well.
one of the things that people contribute in like before they think about doing bingo too. So we
Oh yeah.
have Taco who did like a bunch of ILs, a lot of glitch hunting. Like we have a few setups that were discovered by Taco that we use to this day.
Hmm.
And they are also a usual regular at Bingothon.
Hmm. Yep.
There's just so much that you can do to contribute as a community.
Oh, absolutely. And um, it also lends itself well to a lot of the bingo goals because being able to do shrines quickly, being able to do divine beasts quickly, being able to do kind of small segments of the game quickly, or knowing so much about small segments of the game again is very helpful for bingo.
hmm And Mars got a second goal on another row, which, it's to be expected. I don't think there's much things that you can do inside of Plateau, like complete inside of Plateau
Yeah,
in this board.
I think there are 16 bird eggs on plat. And if you're very, very scrupulous and you really collect all of them, and which is easier said than done because they're all on trees and they all look the same and you have to climb all of them. It's I've done this goal. It's doable and it can be quick if you know what you're doing, but it's still, I would say, it's not to be underestimated, I would say.
Oh yes, absolutely. I think
Sure.
that as a goal particular, I think Shadwam just hasn't seen the board yet.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah,
that's
because
unfortunate.
yeah, in competitive bingo, as much as you have to keep your eyes on your own game and just kind of make your plan and stick to it, you really can't because you have to keep your eye on the bingo board because you don't want to waste time doing anything longer than than you have to.
Oh yes, absolutely. I think that's a huge thing about doing
Oh
lockout
no! Oh no!
is the
Schweb,
mind
no!
games.
Ah! Oh no!
Yeah, fortunately, he had an extra heart, so that's not a big problem
So he didn't
right
die. Yeah,
now.
he didn't get a game over. But yeah, oh my god. I've totally never done that before, where you jump and you miss the platform.
Oh yeah.
I'm sorry, I have to step away for a minute. I'll be right back.
Okay, sure. Mars just went to Satori, probably gonna get a bunch of eggs because there are also a lot of eggs in Satori. But most importantly, there's many resources. There's at least one of every kind of mushroom. There is a static diamond. I think that's what Mars is about to go get. There are plenty of durians, and this is actually where you would do most of the wood farming if you were planning on getting from the ground up. Which, you know, as a quest is not something I would recommend in a bingo, in a competitive bingo especially, because it does take one hell of a long time.
I'm back, and I just caught the end of what you're saying
Welcome back.
about Terrytown.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no one Terry. So the biggest issue with Terrytown is not just that it requires an epic buttload of wood. It requires that you buy the house. Is that you have, I'm correct that you have to buy the house
Yeah,
to start
you
the
like
quest?
the first thing you do, you get to Hateno and then you talk to Olsen twice,
Mm-hmm.
not just once, but twice.
Twice.
And he takes one hell of a long time to just walk over from where he was working to
Hmm.
the little cooking pot. And as
Yeah.
you talk to him twice, he finally says, I can sell you the house for 50,000 rupees. And he's, oh, that's a
Yeah.
joke.
Oh my
You
god.
just give me
Yeah.
30 wood. And then,
Yeah. So
and
not
then
only
you
does
talk
it,
to him
it's
twice
oh my god.
again.
Yeah.
It's just so many steps.
And that's only starting the quest. It's that you have to go to 3 disparate areas of the map in a specific order. And
Oh
that's the
yeah.
killer. That's really the killer.
Oh yeah. So to like just to inform everyone in chat, the thing that you do to complete uh, from the ground up is after you buy the house and you talk to Hudson, which is the guy with the weird hair, and he moves to Akala. You go and meet him in Akala, and then he asks you for like 130 pieces of wood or something. It's a lot.
Yeah, it's
Actually,
like
no,
it
110 pieces of wood specifically after you
which
buy the house.
just you'd have to go through at least 3 or 4 axes for that. And again, you have to go and talk to everybody. So at the very least, you don't have to actually for the 3 places you have to go. No, it's 4. No, it's 4 places you have to go because you have to
Oh
go to
yeah.
Zora to pick up the priest.
At the end, you go pick up the priest, and then
I'm
you
so
make
sorry.
your way
How could I
back
forget
into
about the
Hateno.
priest?
And then
Yeah,
you go back
yeah.
to Hateno, and then back to Terrytown. It's so
It,
many steps. It's a long quest. It's a really good quest. By
it's a
far my
great
favorite quest
quest.
in the game. But
Hmm.
it's so many steps. Just so many steps.
Again, it's the kind of quest that's rewarding because it takes a lot of doing and it
Oh.
really requires you to go to a lot of different places, which is why it's like again a good quest for a video game, but for for like playing bingo in a video game, it's just it's too much. It's too much.
Oh yes, absolutely. And Floha, no. Answering your question, there are no total Koroks goal in
Yeah.
here.
I think just
I
Shrimp just did not
think
notice that
no, Trump did consent to it being row control. I think he just hasn't seen
the board.
the board since he started getting Koroks.
Yeah.
Which is again very unfortunate.
Uh,
And see,
not
look,
good.
Mars looks like he's going to Rito, and that's a great place to start to get the secret of the Snowy Peaks.
Yeah, because
Shrine
again,
quest.
that doesn't require any doing, doesn't even require killing a mini boss, anything like that. It's going places, and when you're in Rito, if you have the money, you can get your ingredients for some cold food, or if you have a ridiculous amount of money, you can buy warm weather gear, cold weather gear.
Oh yeah.
Uh,
I actually
you know,
wonder if Mars is planning on getting the pants, because the pants are, if I am not mistaken, the cheapest piece of clothing, and he did get the diamond.
he did,
Um,
which again, very smart.
but I still think it's like 600 rupees, the the pants for it. So
Let me, I can check.
yeah, even so he'd need 100 rupees more. But then again, like if you're at that point in Rito, you can just buy one level code food, code
Mhm.
protection, and you know, you get like 12 minutes. It should be enough, right? Like you shouldn't need
Yeah,
more than 12 minutes.
I'm pretty sure that five, if you cook at least 4 or 5 peppers, you can get double protection. Cold
Only
food.
if you crit, actually. You'd
Really?
need to crit to get from just peppers. Yeah. In AD and all the other categories that we do, Mado, we mix 3 peppers with 2 sunshrooms on purpose because the peppers
Oh, right.
alone
Won't
don't
do
give
it.
you. Yeah.
Right. But well, I mean, again, where he is, he can very easily pick up 3 sunstroms. So,
Oh yeah.
and he's gonna
Oh,
buy the bomb arrows. Very smart for 20 bomb
there,
arrows to buy.
there.
Just gonna buy them.
Buy them,
Uh,
but it is pretty expensive. I think he's deciding
yeah.
whether or not he's gonna get it. So, which
um,
very fair,
I
honestly.
mean, yeah. Well, he
I
is in
probably wouldn't. I
Hebra.
know enough places with bomb arrows
Where
to
yeah.
just not buy them.
Yeah, just pick them up in the chests along the way, you know.
Oh yeah, and like a quick visit to castle, right? You just
Oh yeah.
get so many.
Yeah. I said I was gonna look something up. What did I say I was going to look up? I never
The
remember
price for the
anything.
pants.
Price for the pants. Yes, I was on the armor tab. I was like, what? Um, the pants are 550.
Ooh, so barely more than a diamond.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, just start Mado and steal those too. Yeah. Very
Oh my
fair
god.
point,
Oh
Harm.
yeah, that's
That's
harm
big
big
brain.
brain. Oh my god. Just start Meadow and don't do it.
Yeah, actually that's like starting Mado doesn't take you more than like 3 minutes or whatever.
Yeah,
Like,
especially like, oh my god. Well,
it's so smart.
if Mars ever run AD ever, that's something that he'd definitely be able to do.
Oh yeah. And does it say obtain? I mean, we did get to a point in which we started saying that if you obtain at some point uh, X amount of items, you can just screenshot it, and we're gonna check this timestamp.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's English,
I honestly think that
words
the
hard.
rule for making sure you have something at the end of the run is like it
Little
makes sense for
stupid.
certain things, but not for others.
Yeah, it's a little stupid, let's be honest.
Yeah,
Uh,
it's deeply inconvenient for a lot of things.
I think we should actually have like 2 kinds of goals, like uh, keep or like have 7 fairies, and then it means you have to keep at least 7 fairies in your inventory,
Yeah.
but like
Or
obtain
just
seven
acquire at
fairies.
some point 7 fairies, yeah.
Yes, exactly. I feel like that would be fair because then the OGs, the
Mm-hmm.
quote unquote OGs that like the old style of goals and
Yeah.
keeping the things still have their goal, but you know the mortals like us don't really need to keep it.
Okay.
All right, so it looks like Stubb is heading over to Kakariko.
Very good.
Ooh, and okay, so Mars with 2 goals on first row, which is, a little bit worrying because,
Well,
one
once
goal
he
away
gets,
from.
yeah, if he does Secret of the Snowy Peaks, that row is his.
Oh, yeah,
And the
and
Radiant
I was
Shirt.
actually thinking, do you need to do Meadow to get the Secret of Snow Peaks? No, right? It's one of the ones that you
Let me
just
check.
talk to a bored Rito.
Um,
I think it's the little girl that is looking over at Hira.
Uh, um, it does not require. Oh, wait, I thought it was I'm thinking of the wrong one. Secret of the
Oh wait,
Snowy Peaks
Gerudo's.
is Secret of the Snowy Peaks is the one in
Oh,
the Gerudo.
oh,
I thought
that
it was the
one.
yeah, it's
Oh, oh, that one. That one is
Oh, that
annoying to
one. Yeah,
do.
it's the one that you have to either make the cryo block or hold the snowball up at the specific time of day. Which
Oh
as long
yeah,
as
that
you read
one.
which again, as long as you get there at the right time of day, and you don't have to stand there for, like a while. And as long as you read the journal to get the quest.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that's totally doable. That's totally
Oh
doable.
yeah, it's just very, very annoying to get to.
It's
It's
inconvenient. It's
actually
inconvenient, impossible.
far, far south, right? It's far south on the little bit of the Greedo Highlands
Mm-hmm.
that is south, that is actually snowing, that is actually
Mm-hmm.
part of the wasteland. So it's a little bit confusing, but
But you would still need cold protection for it.
oh yeah,
Definitely.
absolutely. Absolutely. But it does mean that you don't have to make movement in Hero, which is always a good thing in my book.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I see what Mars is doing bird eggs. He's doing
Yeah.
bird eggs, burb eggs. Which I would not have thought to go where he went, with the lotus pad things.
Oh yeah.
Near the Thunder Plateau.
Yeah, the Thunder Plateau and Ridgeland in general usually has like 3 little nests on top of those
Mm-hmm.
weird looking trees. So a really good place to get. Oh, and finally marked bomb arrows. Nice.
Very nice. But he ended up buying them,
It's
right?
Yeah, yeah. It seems like Stump is going for memories here,
Mm.
which, thinking about it now, like you actually have to like go get camera and then come back and talk to Impa
Mm-hmm.
again. So
Mm-hmm.
maybe not the best choice. Maybe not a goal that I would do in this scenario,
Because
but it is a
5,
goal that I love doing.
I mean, I love getting picture memories in a Bingo. It's a lot of fun. It feels very much like you've done a thing,
Oh
you know?
yeah.
um, but there'd be Scouts Hill, Lake Colimo. You could do Central, the water, one in the very, very Central Hyrule where you basically have to get shot by a guardian. Um,
Hmm.
you could get the horse one, the park.
I think in order, the ones that I would do would be
Hmm.
Senadin Park, Ancient
Yeah,
Column,
Sanadin Park. Hmm.
and then Frog Memory, and then Castle Memory, and then finally the Hallowed Grounds, which is the one in Central Hyrule that you mentioned.
So you wouldn't do Scouts Hill or Lake Colimo.
No, actually, because it's the route that we do for best ending is
Hmm.
fairly optimal.
Oh,
It's
okay.
uh very decently fast. I wouldn't say it's like casual friendly because you do rely on BLSSing over great distances.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because
And
from again, I'm a filthy casual, and I always think of things in terms of what's the best horse route.
hmm,
And I would probably end up doing. There's like an initial circle you can make with the Scouts Hill, Lake Colombo, Sandoden Park, the Central Hilo Hallowed Rounds one, and that one by sort of near Kiowan in the
hmm,
forest. You can make a nice
yeah,
little
yeah.
circle with your horse.
Oh yeah. That's what I would suggest if I was going to do with a horse. I'd probably, right after talking to Impa again, I'd probably make my way to the wetlands, get a horse
Hmm.
there, get
Hmm.
the memory near Kaiwan, then move down, get the I think it's Scouts Hill, but I am not entirely sure.
And
Get
actually,
Scouts
Scouts Hill,
Hill,
it's by
then
Scouts Hill.
Lake
Yeah.
Colomo, yeah,
Mhm. I call it the
Lake
Scouts Hill one
Colomo, and
because
then hmm,
that's the hint that's associated with it that it's near Scouts Hill,
I see.
and the hill that it's actually on doesn't actually have a name, so you know.
Hmm. But yeah, that's actually a good selection of memories to go around if you have a horse, because optimizing paths with the horse is actually quite hard because you just can't make a straight line, which,
Yeah, and it's also
unsurprising.
yeah, and it's again, there's a lot of fun stuff you can do if you decide not to do anything fancy with your wind bombs or BLSS or anything like that.
Hmm.
Bug Lip highly underrated. Anyway,
Oh yeah.
we that Shrimp has angered a cuckoo in Kakariko
He's getting rupees from Bloopies, specifically, apparently.
because it looks like he's going to pay the ferry, which
Oh. He could have gotten, I think, 300 on Dueling Peaks on the way here. I think that would have been the play.
300. I know the dog treasure at Dueling Peak Stable is 100. Where's the other? What were you talking about?
So close to the tower near where there's a talus, there's a chest with rupees. It's either 50 or 300. I am not entirely sure which one it is.
That's a bit of a difference there.
I know. But like considering you
Part of
only
me,
need 100 here,
yeah.
it's fairly okay. There's also topaz here on this path.
Hmm.
Actually
I
the other path, but
if I had to guess, I would guess 50 just because most of the stuff between Plateau and Kakariko and Hateno isn't that like it's there's very little kind of sort of big money or really nice weapons kind of stuff unless you go and get Misko's treasure. Just
hmm.
because it's generally sort of like the starting area for the game because where the game sends you at the first thing off Plateau.
Oh yeah,
So
it's very railroady about this particular part of the game.
well,
Not anything else, but
you don't have to do it. You don't have to
No, you
go and
don't.
seek out Impa. You can just go in the other direction and just go to Satori Mountain and get all the really good shit.
No, absolutely. But the game kind of pushes you that way, doesn't it?
Well, I think it's for a good reason because it's such a big game. It gets very overwhelming, and having sort of a do this first kind of thing can be helpful. And honestly,
Oh
if
yeah,
you start off going towards Kakariko and you get sidetracked and go somewhere else, the game is like, that's fine. That's cool. You can do that.
absolutely. But yeah,
So we have
now that I
Mars
think
also in
about it,
Kakariko.
yeah, Mars just finished talking to Input twice. Probably gonna do the BLSS here. Um,
Also, trying to shoot the blue
also
beam.
going for the Blippi.
Good. I mean, you can totally. There are better ways to
You
get money. There are
can.
better ways to get money in this game.
Absolutely. And earlier today, Mars already showcased a better way to get money.
Exactly. By picking up that specific pebble on Satori Mountain
Oh yeah.
that always
And
drops a
like
diamond.
there's so many deposits in Satori too. Like you don't have to try and shoot a blue pea if you want rupees. And like, if you really want to do some work, why not just feed a dog? Like, you could
Yeah.
just make your way over to Hateno and feed Hateno's dog, which is also 300 rupees.
Wait. Feeding Hateno's dog is 300 rupees.
Yeah, pretty sure.
The dog that's by the sheep?
Yeah, that's the one.
I always forget that you can feed that dog.
Yeah.
I've always used that dog for creatures in compendium.
Hmm.
Forgot that you can feed it for money. I'm gonna keep that in the
Oh
back of
yeah.
my pocket. I'm gonna have to keep that in the back of my brain for the next time I need money.
Okay, it seems like Stump is buying stuff to cook a crate. And
I like the bingo goals that require you to cook a very obscure dish. No one else
oh
likes them. I
yeah.
think they're cool.
I actually love them. It's a pain to like get the ingredients if you don't know where they are, but like I remember when fruitcake first came up on a bingo that I was playing. It was like fruitcake or monster cake to go, and I had no idea where to get wild berries. I had played the game for like 600 hours at that point, and I had no idea where to get wild berries.
Or like the one place you can think of it, it's like that's so far away. Why would I ever? How could I ever get over there? You know.
Yeah, and now
I'm opening up the
Stumpkin.
object map and looking it up now because
Wild berries? Oh,
yeah.
Bantha stable, Dorito stable. Actually, Tabantha in general, there's a bunch of wild berries around there.
Yeah, it's all yeah, it's although yeah, it looks like yeah. I think the closest one is a Bantha stable. But
Yeah.
otherwise it's all Hebra and Gerdo. Although it looks like Mount Lanero also has a couple patches of wild berries, which makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And let's see. Nice job by Stump doing a little wind bomb
Cheeky
with the
win
little
bam.
smuggle. A cheeky little wind bomb. I just gotta say, I loved that meme in the 2020 Any% tournament.
Hmm.
Um, about doing a cheeky little super. And you know, it's Mitch's fault.
Oh,
Good meme is what I'll say.
definitely a good meme.
And here's the thing, there's no reason now or then to do a super in any%. But you know, Johnny Boomer did it anyway. So,
Yeah, just because but he just does things like that just to do things.
oh yeah, that's just Johnny for you.
Hmm.
Unfortunately, Mars got to Hateno and it started raining after he did the shopping, so
Oh no! Ugh.
had to wait to start doing
So yeah, so
the
it looks like
smuggle.
Schwemp is ahead in terms of camera quests, but not by that much. Not by that much.
Yeah, I think it came down a lot to how Stump routed getting
Mm-hmm.
to Hateno, because Stump
Mm-hmm.
just did wind bombs to get there, as opposed to
Mm.
Mars, who performed a really good and in general very fast BLSS from a little Stump in Kakariko.
Yeah, very nice. I do think I think it's interesting that both uh, runners decided to go get camera because there's not a lot of synchronicity in camera, but I think it just shows how there isn't that much uh there aren't a lot of goals that you can really kind of do in groups on this board. Unfortunately,
Oh yeah.
there aren't too many of them.
There's
Although,
there's also a big point in competitive bingo about trying to do as much as you can to basically save your ass in case something bad happens later.
hmm
So,
backup strats for backup strats.
yep, gotta have backups. In this case, everybody's backup is just from the ground up, I guess. But you know,
Well, the fact that from the ground up is in the same row as kill an enemy with the Master Sword beams is which is why I question Mars picking up bird eggs.
Yeah.
Like,
It seems like both Mars and Shrimp have a substantial amount of eggs already.
Well, I mean, if you want to mount 5 creatures, which is definitely doable, that you could do like the horse, the bear, the stall
There's
horse,
3 kinds of horse.
there's 3
Actually,
kinds of
4
horse.
kinds of horse.
There's 4?
Because
Wait,
stall
there's
horses.
yeah, stall
Yeah,
horses
it's
do
like
count. But stall
there's normal
horses are
horses,
harder though.
the royal horse, the giant horse,
Mhm.
and then the stall horse. So four kinds of horse.
After that
And
time
then
that I
you
got
could,
burned by waiting for a stall horse that ever showed up, I don't like them anymore.
yeah, I never go for
But
horses
yeah, we can go for
or
3
stall
out of those
horses
4
specifically.
horses, a bear and
A buck
uh,
and a deer,
a buck
those
and a doe.
two.
If you want to chase after deer, you can do that.
I mean,
Chasing after deer.
just land on them. It's the strat.
Yeah, yeah. If they get spooked once, you're done.
Yeah.
Just climb a
Yep.
tree and wait. Just climb a tree and wait.
Also, very important, don't do that at night.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Don't mount deer at night.
Or you can get obscenely
Not
lucky
gonna be
and
fun.
or you get obscenely lucky and Lord of the Mountain shows up and you have some stamina food.
Yeah, you need that would be,
That's more of a 9 creatures kind of strat.
yeah, that's a 9 creatures kind of strat, but
Although I will say that if you are going to be mounting creatures, having stamina food is probably a very, very good idea.
yeah, actually, a very good idea indeed, because you would be more creatures than we give them credit actually require more than one stamina wheel to be mounted.
Especially if you've already used those sprinting to get to that creature.
Yeah. Funny thing though, if like as you mount a creature, your stamina replenishes a little bit.
A little
So
bit, but
as long as you're mounting like a horse or a buck, you should be fine if you sprinted up to it, but it starts getting dangerous if it's a good horse or
or like the
if
big
you're
boy,
mounting, yeah, the
or if
big
you're trying
boy.
to, or especially if you're trying to mount the royal horse, because that horse definitely takes a little bit more stamina.
I think it's 2
Um,
full stamina wheels. So
yeah,
like
you
you have to
definitely,
eat twice while you do
yeah,
it.
yeah. And that's because those are the easier mounts because they're in known locations and known actually. Both the big horse and the royal horse are in pretty reliable locations, especially and the big horse is a little farther, but the royal horse is definitely not, definitely pretty easy to get to.
Ooh,
You,
we
and
got
you don't even need to
20
activate the
bird
quest
eggs.
for it to exist. So that's nice.
Exactly. Those 2 horses are pretty good because of that. But also, the big horse, I would argue it's more accessible than the royal horse
Mm-hmm.
because the big horse is like one decent wind bomb away from stasis, and the royal horse is a fair bit of movement
You know,
from
you're absolutely right.
super far.
It is a good wind bomb from Stasis. I didn't even think about that. Oh, there are parts of this map that, like, in my mind, they absolutely totally exist in my mind, but I can't place them in terms of in relation to other things. I did not realize that the Taobab grassland was right by Stasis. I didn't even
Yeah,
think about
it's
that.
stupidly close. And like,
Yeah.
oh shit, we got 2 raids actually. So let's well,
Oh boy.
first thank Breath of the Wild Collective
Oh my
for raiding
god.
us. Breath of the Wild
Thank
Collective
you.
was doing a Hundo race for charity. It was a relay race, so none of the players were abused of, and they all just ran kind of 5 hours each. So yeah, no speedrunners were harmed in the production of this stream.
And also,
Uh,
thank you, Midna, for the raid. Midna is someone I've met playing bingo on this very channel. Uh, they're lovely, and welcome to all the raiders. You are at Bingothon, which is a channel that hosts twice yearly marathons full of bingos for every game you could possibly think of to support Fred Hutch. But when we're not doing those big events, we do other stuff. Like
yes.
we have weeklies for Breath of the Wild. We have weeklies for Mario Sunshine, and a bunch of other games. What am I missing, Vlad? What else do we do
Uh,
here?
I mean, the last thing that I would add is actually the little plug. Like, if you feel it in your heart to subscribe, the infrastructure for keeping a place like this going
Oh yeah,
is
yeah, of
not
course.
cheap at all. And so, like, every sub and every bit that you put into the stream actually goes into keeping that infrastructure up.
Yep.
Um, yeah, I think that's it. I think that's the plug.
But also, if you can't do any of those things, a follow is always appreciated regardless.
Indeed.
Um, Especially because again, there's a lot of cool stuff that happens even not during the marathons. All right, where it's
Wonder
both
what
of them are in
I'm
castle.
saying.
Are they talking? Are they talking to each other? Like,
I mean,
are
they
they
could be. We
coordinating?
did, we did, we
Like,
did say that they could stay in the same VC, but they're not.
they're not talking. um, it's more like I would think that usually you don't necessarily see people doing the same things at the same time. I
Yeah,
guess.
yeah. It's a fun coincidence when that happens. It's I remember
Oh my
once
god. Oh
there's
my god.
this infamous, I think it was a 2v2
Mm-hmm.
lockout.
I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Uh, there was Teikage in one team and Crazy Easy on the other, and they were doing the exact same memories at the exact same time. Like Tay was ahead by like at most 3 seconds.
Oh my god.
It was insane. That was a good match.
Oh man. Good memories.
Oh,
Good
a
memories.
little off direction here for Mars, but so here's the thing about the old route of best ending and getting memories. We would usually do exactly what Mars just did. We get hollowed grounds, and
Mm-hmm.
then we get into castle, and then we move over to the frog memory.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and a very high skill ceiling for that route was actually doing supers.
Ah,
And to
yes.
this day, getting a super for this memory or this little period you have from this distance from here to castle, the super is
Mm-hmm.
still faster and it's like by a lot. It's very
Mm-hmm.
hard to beat a time
That
of
that does
movement.
not get that super. That's it. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah, it's
Oof.
also just goes to show how skillful the former world record holders for that category were, because BLSS did cut a lot of time from best ending,
But
but
not as much as you would think.
yeah. So like the world record runners were just so good
Mm-hmm.
that it took a good like a month or two before the first route with BLSS actually took the first place, and like the former world record is still like fourth place. So um, it's just, yeah, very optimized, very very very
Ending.
good runs.
Bug limit categories and best ending.
You see, here now you should
Everyone,
do.
I just like to remind everyone who's watching that there is a free world record that you can go and beat for bug limit best ending. It's um the current world record is 2 hours 18 minutes, and if you want to talk to me after stream, I can tell you where all the time save is. Because I
Wait,
rerouted it myself. The problem is I didn't run it, and I can't really run it because there's a bit of a skill gap problem, and also I have a job, and I would need to quit my job to put in the time to become good enough at the game to speedrun it.
I believe in you, Ariel. You got this. Just do it.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
YOLO it. You got the
As much
world
as
record. I believe you.
as much as there's time save in it, I'd have to like learn how to do the boss rush and beat Ganon and stuff, and That was kind of the big one that I was definitely gonna have trouble doing. One day I'll do it, but I'd just like to remind people that it's totally there for anyone to do if they want to. So you could
You
just hit me
know,
up for that.
about beating Ganon though, it's way more of a like an algorithm and like memorizing everything that you do
Yeah,
than like an actually difficult thing. So
I've heard speedrunners compare a lot of the stuff, especially in any percent, to platforming because of the precision with it.
mm,
And I for a long time I didn't really understand what that really meant and why you would say something like that. But after personally playing a fair bit of a very difficult platformer, I understand what they mean now. That when at a certain point with speedrunning, the precision required is such that it feels like platforming. And
oh yeah.
one of the reasons I like bingo is because you can't really be that precise because you're doing something different every time and things go wrong and you have to change your plan very quickly because the other guy got your goal. It's a different kind of speedrunning. It's very much you can't really be as precise. Or if you
Oh yeah. Bingo
Mhm.
is and will always be RNG town, and you can't change that.
Ugh,
Uh,
RNG City.
yep.
All right. So Schwem picking up Lake Colombo
No,
memory.
I think that's his third
I
question mark.
I think it's his third as well.
Yeah, probably his third memory, and then I think Mars has three memories too. I could be
Yeah,
mistaken.
because he has frog memory, he has castle and
Asshole.
Zelda study. Um,
Yeah. Did he get Hollow Ground?
I th- I can't remember. I feel like he
Yeah.
did, but I don't remember. I'm gonna trust that we'll trust that if whoever marks off 5 memories got 5 memories.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's just keep that in mind. Um. It's like this board is just so out there in terms of not being very route friendly, I'd say. Like there's a lot of stuff that you could do together, sure, but it's kind of disconnected. Like as you do memories, like sure you can try to get towers, but getting towers is not as easy and en route as you might think.
Yeah, I'm
Um,
surprised that no one has has seriously considered doing towers. Because well, I mean, also, but actually no, I just realized why. It's because there's activate a Kala tower and activate 7 towers. And if the single tower had been almost any other tower, maybe besides Ridgeland Tower or Central Tower, but even those, if you know a good BLSS spot, you can do that pretty easily. But a Kala Tower is the highest thing is one of the highest things in the area or on the entire map, and it's surrounded by guardians.
You know, that is exactly why that would be the first tower I would get if I was planning on getting towers.
Well, yeah, because
Because,
once you have that tower, you can go anywhere else.
yeah, like, so Mars got Moglaton, right? Moglaton is pretty
Yeah.
high up.
hmm
And, uh, I'd probably try and head over to a Kala Tower from there. And it's exactly what Mars is doing, apparently. But
Yeah.
unfortunately, dropped a little early, I think.
Mm.
Just means they're way, way lower than they wanted to be.
Yeah, Stuamp is in Kamyatak probably picking up some stuff. Kamyatak
I'd
has an edge of
say
duality, if I'm correct, right?
there's an edge of duality, there's diamond, there's just so many
Yes.
stuff.
A lot of good stuff. A lot of good stuff in Kamyatak.
This is the diamond, in fact.
hmm
Yeah. There's also like an ancient corn here somewhere.
Oh yeah, so for people who have to do what is it? It's the one where you have to upgrade all the runes for Pura.
Slated for
Yeah,
upgrades.
slated for upgrades. Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a big not a common bingo goal, but it's definitely one that comes up. And you have to. It's good to know where you can pick up ancient parts for it, because I believe it's Stasis that has 3 ancient cores.
Probably. Stasis is
Bombs
if
is
you're doing like
shafts,
a
I think.
hunt. Yeah, bombs is shaft. If you're doing like a hundo run or like a combat run, stasis is by far the most valuable
Oh yeah. Because you
rune
can. It's
because
basically people figured out that if you can use it on like on the mini bosses at the end of dungeons to kill them super quickly.
oh yeah. So like let's take water blight for example. If you freeze them with stasis and then shoot 9 headshots with bomb arrows, it's dead. That's the whole.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. Because the best ways to kill enemies in this game is to abuse bullet time.
Yes, indeed. Okay, Siege Duck actually going for Central Tower while Mars is getting a Akala Tower.
Central
And
Tower being the one that's surrounded by guardians. For those who
yes,
may not remember.
there's surprisingly there's 2 of them, two towers that are surrounded by
Surrounded by
guardians.
guardians. Well, the one in Akala is surrounded by flying guardians, and the one in the central region is surrounded by walking guardians. It's different.
I mean, yeah, at least a little bit different. Um,
However,
yeah,
the walking
so
guardians can still shoot you from the ground. So yeah.
absolutely. And a little thing, I think Mars is now in a big advantage because he got Akala Tower, because now not only can he move basically anywhere, he's also close to what would be his 4th picture
Mhm.
memory,
Mhm.
or maybe his 5th. I'm not entirely sure. And yeah, I think
I have a
yeah,
question. And I know
yeah,
that when we talk about shrines, the first 4 on plateau count towards whatever total you
yeah.
that is asked of you in a bingo goal. For instance, a common bingo goal is get 10 shrines or get 15 shrines. Does that is that the same for towers as well, where Great Plateau Tower would count?
Yes, it would. So
Okay,
as you start a 7 towers goal, you already have
1.
1, which just means you need to get 6 more, which, you know, having the 1 tower is not that helpful at all, honestly. But, you know,
Having
um,
1 tower, it's not helpful at all. It's just just suffer to get the other
you
ones.
know, and like particularly the plateau tower, I think, as a speedrunner, is the second most useless tower that there is in the
The
game.
second most useless tower. What's the first most useless tower then?
Central.
Ateno?
Central is just no, Central Tower
Okay.
is just so fucking close to the ground. It's not worth to get at all.
So, if I were doing towers, I would get Lake Tower, Ateno, Dueling Peaks. I would probably try to get uh, Wasteland Tower as well. Well, I hate combat, so I wouldn't want to do Ridgeland Tower because it's surrounded by 3
Actually.
uh, electric wizrobes, which are evil. Um,
Mm.
but Tabanth is also an option as well. Um,
I'm
or
gonna
actually, no,
update the
and
list
also,
of
and Lanera
useless
Tower is
towers.
not. And Lanera Tower isn't so bad either.
No,
If you just
Lanero
sneak
Tower
it.
is actually pretty much very okay. Even like as a casual, there's like a lot of enemies, but there's also a lot of space for you to run between the enemies.
Yeah, a lot of so whenever I go around or rather see these towers, especially as a casual player, like you can totally see how the devs intended these towers to be. They made like these little gauntlets where you can just sort of where you fight your way up to the tower. But like once you realize that you don't actually have to kill everything to get up there, you can just not do that.
Yep.
And I think a lot of people don't realize that they don't have to do that. Because
Mm.
however how every other video game has ever worked is that you have to kill your way up or kill everything in the room or whatever, but No, you can just not do that.
The beautiful thing about Breath of the Wild is like, even though there's like a lot of obstacles on the way, you can pretty much just ignore most of them.
Yeah. You know, like, I rather it. The game really makes it very clear that you do things because you want to do them, not because the game is making you do them. And I would say about 80% of cases for this game. There's still
Yeah.
there's as we all know, there's plenty of things locked behind things, especially as a bingo player, you know that. Um,
Hmm.
uh, but not as much as you would think, I would say. Hmm.
Okay, I think Stramp is gonna get Frog Memory as his fifth.
Just
Or
saying hi to Cass, saying bye to Cass.
I think that's the most likely, but maybe, just
Or
maybe,
he's gonna
he's
try and get
gonna
Ridgestone
get
Tower.
to Tenekosa. I think he's gonna like do one and then the other because it's what would make most sense.
Hmm.
At at this point, Stramp does have 4 picture memories.
Okay.
You know, actually, maybe the real play. Nope, ignoring the tower.
Yep.
Um,
No, he's
or
not.
not. I don't know. Um, uh,
uh,
okay.
not sure what
So,
Trump is doing.
okay. So maybe rubber armor.
Oh, he's probably doing rubber armor then. Yeah.
Yeah,
Is
probably
he gonna do?
rubber armor.
Is he doing Thunder Plateau then?
Yeah,
He's doing. Yeah, I mean, if you know the strat, yeah, and you know where all the little colored balls are, yeah, all right.
I mean, it doesn't take that much time at all. But like honestly, in his place, I would probably be trying to focus a little more in one
But
goal
does
to like get
does he
some sort of
d-
domination.
does he know that the rubber headpiece you can get basically for free as long as you drag your butt to the stable in Farron?
Yeah,
It's
so
basically
actually,
free.
so here's the thing, the chest piece is called rubber armor. So that's what he's got to get,
Oh, he
not the
has to get
rubber
the chest.
set.
He has to get the
Yeah.
chest piece or the pants.
No, just the chest piece. Would be
Oh,
rubber tights, I
really?
think. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
How did I not? Okay, this is one of those Ariel learning things every day.
Yeah,
You're
yeah, it's
absolutely right.
just like
Rubber armor means you have to get the chest piece, which means you have to do Thunder Plateau. Interesting. Okay.
and climb this little statue thing. Which honestly, like this is the worst part because the actual strat that we do here is we get to hear from above. We
Hmm.
would never ever by choice just try to climb this while it's raining and it's not gonna stop raining. So
Yeah, you said while it's raining. I'm like, it always rains here.
yeah,
In fact, doing this area without Rivali's Gale is very hard.
it's a bit of a pain, yeah. Uh,
Because it's just suffering. It's just suffering the whole
I
way down.
remember casually I didn't put two and two together, and like figure out that I
Mm,
could just use
mm.
stasis to yeet the ball into the plateau.
You'd be surprised how many people who play this casually do not think of that. It does not occur to
Yeah.
them to use stasis to mount the ball in the perfect spot. They try to put it on the perfect spot and it rolls off, and they're like, "Oh, I guess I can't do that."
Yep.
You know?
Exactly. And like I remember I spent about 2.5 hours
Two and a
with
half hours.
uh the red ball, specifically the red ball,
Hmm.
trying to walk around and throw it with like the throw button, not just
Oh
anything
no!
else,
Oh no!
and throw it into the plateau. And I did succeed. It did take me a long time, but I was successful.
It's the strat that eventually works, but it's
At
the
what
eventually is the
cost?
key word there.
Yeah,
Yeah, the eventually is the key word there.
it did work, but at what cost?
Yeah, yeah. Again, the versatility of the options available to you in this game are such that you can do something that way, but it's just a matter of how long it's going to take. Schwemp.
I think Stump is a little flustered about
Yeah, this
not
is
getting
not.
that first ball.
If
Ooh.
he. Oh no! Oh, it hit him. Oh no.
Yeah, that took
Yeah,
a
so
while. That's longer than
so
it
there are a
should have.
couple metal weapons just strewn about this area because what's really fun getting shocked by lightning from metal things nearby during a thunderstorm. It's
Oh
a
yeah.
good time. Good time. Good
Oh yeah.
times.
No, it's amazing. It's just the best thing, right?
All right. So Schwemp has
It's
finally. Let's see if we can do this. Oh no! Oh no!
let
Oh god!
it fall. Okay,
Oh,
he's
I think
gonna
I know what he's
BLSS.
doing.
Cool. Okay,
Excellent!
now
Excellent! Excellent! All
that's a
right.
good strat. He just needs to get a step up,
All
and
right.
that's, I guess, another problem.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. No, no, you should be able
Um,
to do this. You should be able to do this. You should be
come
able to
on.
do this. Oh no!
No!
Oh no! All right, we're getting very distracted. I'm not even watching what Mars is doing anymore.
Koroks.
You're
Don't
doing
show.
Koroks?
Wait, no. Just wait, that's just a chest. It's not a Korok.
What's in the
And
chest?
this is Central Tower. That's in the chest. We're going to see it spray first.
He's already gotten the bomb arrows. There are no eggs in chests.
Oh, so this is why Strump got the two-handed weapon.
He got
Didn't have that
shock
before.
arrows.
Oh, he's gonna do Ruta.
That's what
That's
I
the only
thought.
reason.
I'm like, that's what I thought. I'm like, but why would you plan to do? Oh, he just picked. I guess it's one of those backup strats for the backup strats, because
I mean, yeah, I guess, but like,
or he's just letting.
I understand why you wouldn't want to do Radiant Shirt.
Mhm.
Like, perfectly understand why you wouldn't want to do that one. But like, between Secret of the Snowy Peaks and Divine Beast Varuta, I cannot agree with that decision. Just Varuta is not faster than Secret of the Snowy Peaks, in my opinion.
Yeah, if we were doing just
Even if
straight
you
up.
had to do Meadow, like Meadow is
Mhm.
still way faster.
Oh God! Just watching Shrimp. Just.
Yeah,
Oh.
Stump is having kind of a hard time with this. Yeah, it's unfortunate. That's why we hate this shrine quest. It's not.
Yeah, it's bad. It's a bad shrine quest.
If you screw it up, it's really hard to pick it back up. You know what I think could be a good strat is actually doing what people do in Eventide Ales.
Ugh. Again,
Which is
so this is something that I've seen Schweb do as a bingo player. He loves to try things that he's never done before, and
yeah.
he almost always has a lot of trouble with it, especially if it's his first time doing it. And
Mm.
oh, oh,
Yeah. I don't think where he's at he's gonna be able to
oh,
throw the ball
yeah.
over there, unfortunately.
Again, the devs that designed this little area for this little quest knew what they were doing.
Yep. They were very
They
mean
knew.
about it.
They were very mean. They made things exactly the right height where you think you can make it, but you can't.
Yes, precisely.
They made it. Yeah.
Here. I am very confused as to what Mars is doing. Maybe he's getting Boko horns? Wait, is it
He.
horns or guts that you need?
It's
If it's
for
guts,
the
then it makes sense. Yeah, for
for
the
the
upgrade.
soldier. Is it armor?
Yeah.
It's yeah, okay. So it's 5 Chuchu Jelly and Boko Guts, which you can buy
Oh, okay.
in Kakariko.
Also true.
And Chuchu Jelly, the
Also
Chuchus just show up. It's great. You don't want them there, but they show up anyway.
indeed.
He's killing. Well, I mean, to be fair, if you want to get Boko Guts, killing black Bokos is the best way to do it because they're pretty much a guaranteed drop.
Yeah.
Because with red, you almost can never get them with red, and blue is a chance. It's a decent chance, but not. But black Bokos, I'm pretty sure is almost a guaranteed Guts drop.
Yeah, but like in general, if you want to get Boko Guts, just buy them in
You
Kakiko.
just buy them in Kakiko.
The store sells them.
Which, yeah, even has exactly 3.
Yep.
I know
now
this
they're
for reasons.
okay, nice.
Oh my goodness.
That was a nice flurry rush, and I think Stump gave up on Thunder Plateau?
Oh boy. Ugh, that's rough. That's rough.
Or maybe he's coming to it again.
He's just basically starting over. Which,
yeah,
I mean,
like unloading it all
right.
to reset. Which fair, very fair.
Yeah. Because I think if you walk away from it, it basically reset. It does reset it. It doesn't leave things the way you left them. Yeah.
If you unload the area, it resets. So like basically you just warp somewhere and then come back. It's gonna be brand new.
Yeah. All right, he's got the stuff. He's gonna get his soldier's armor, which means he will officially have the second row.
Yes, absolutely. Finally, actually, it's surprising to me that it took this long to get one row controlled.
Yeah. Well,
but,
I think
the board isn't really helping. So
yeah, the board is not helping it. It usually never does. It's more that I think that Mars has really been trying to kind of hedge his bets, and get as many things as many places as possible. And
holy shit, Mars is on Wii U. Oh,
what?
we don't see that every day. Yeah.
Who has a Wii U?
Apparently Mars and like Noman, but like those are the only two I can think of.
Wow. Jeez, it's amazing. For those who don't, for those who don't know, and thought that the Breath of the Wild was a Switch-only game. This is not true. It was released on the Wii U, but it was the one of the flagship games for the Switch. But it's you can get it for either console because at the time of its release, the Wii U was still a thing.
You can also get it for PC, but officially Bingothon does not endorse piracy.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you can play Breath of the Wild on PC, just not in any sort of legal way.
Yes, absolutely. But you can. You could. We're not telling you to do it, but you could.
No. You could also change and mod the game and do cool stuff. But I'm not telling you to do that.
We're not telling you to do it.
No. We would never endorse such a thing. We're just saying that it is physically possible.
Yes, indeed. We're just reporting on facts here.
Yeah. All right. So we've got Mars killing choo-choos for choo-choo jelly, which I've heard is very delicious on toast. I actually, what do you think jelly? What do you think choo-choo jelly tastes like? Vlad, I want to know the important things here while we commentate on Bingo. What do you think choo-choo jelly tastes like?
So actually, I think choo-choo jellies would have like wildly different flavors, like depending on what it is. And I feel like the blue choo-choo jelly would just like taste either like nothing or with a fruit that I don't remember the name in English, so I'm gonna Google it real quick.
Well, I personally think that the blue choo-choo jelly would taste like the blue Sheikah water that drips out of the guidance stones and whatnot, and on the tower stones. which is blue Gatorade, taste, which is its own flavor that's distinct from
Yeah.
other things.
So that's what I was gonna say. It like I don't know why, but like every drink that has raspberry taste is blue for some reason.
Oh yeah, blue raspberry. Actually, This is a fun fact that I heard once that I can't unthink about, and I'm not even sure if it's true or not. But I believe it, even if it isn't true. Is that the flavoring they use for blue raspberry is the same as cherry?
Oh, that's interesting. But yeah, I feel like it would have that taste.
Yeah, it would taste like that.
It would be. I think the blue one would taste like that, and then
And obviously, the
um,
electro one would taste like lime. Would like taste like lime jelly. The electro one would taste like
actually,
lime
I
jelly.
disagree. I think it would taste like I think it's passion fruit in English.
Oh yeah, passion fruit or like guava.
I
Mmm.
guess.
Mmm. Passion fruit jelly would taste like. I would say, uh, that's not what I think it does, but it is not wrong.
Yeah,
Or
I
or
think it would taste like passion fruit because it's like more yellowy than it is like
the
greenish. That would
normal
be the
one tastes like a
resulting.
water balloon, store wide. Also, you're not incorrect. I would accept that headcanon. Um,
Yeah.
and
What about the red one though?
the red one would taste like blood orange marmalade.
I would agree. I am inclined to agree. I
Thank
am.
you,
Yeah,
thank you.
it's blood orange for sure.
Yeah, again, because it has that kind of orangey look to it. Passion just means you're very
Mm.
passionate.
Yee.
Thank you, Flora. Um, but the white one, I don't know what it would be like.
I
Almost
mean,
like lemon sherbet flavored, you know,
maybe it just feels like chewing five gum.
or it tastes like eating snow.
Yeah.
I feel like it would taste like
I I,
just eating snow.
I don't have that experience, so I cannot
Oh
agree.
right. You've never eaten snow before?
I've never seen snow before, like IRL.
Amazing. Yeah, it's not. I mean, it's. I have to say, watching snow fall is very nice. Having snow be like a
Mm.
thing in your life isn't always so nice. But eating snow is like eating ice, basically, like finely chopped ice.
I see, I see.
And if you live in a
Uh,
highly industrialized area, there's a little bit of a tang to it because it's a little bit acidic.
nice.
I wish
Or
I was
not, I
joking.
guess
I wish I
not.
was joking. I wish I was joking.
Um,
All
I
right. So
cannot
Mars
tell
has
if
his
that's
one-star
like a
soldier armor.
good kind of
It's
flavor. Like, it's just different, I guess. But
no, it's not good. I would say it's not good. All right. So it looks like Mars has row 2.
indeed, Mars has control of row 2. And we see that Strump is actually trying to get control of row 4 by going for towers.
Amber
I never
earring.
did mention which towers I would do if I were
No, you
to
did
do
not. You did not.
towers.
Which towers would you
I
do, Vlad?
think I'd probably like do Lake Farron, and then I'd go to Hiteno Tower, and then probably Dueling Peaks
Mm-hmm.
because kind of on the way.
Mm-hmm.
And then Lanier because easy to
Mm-hmm.
get, honestly. Like speedrunning to get to Lanier Tower is pretty quick. And I guess that's 6.
Mm-hmm.
So to top it all off, Central Tower because it's close. And yeah,
What is Schwemp doing? Okay, never mind. I'm
getting
just
towers. Just
counting towers, I think.
yeah,
All right. So we have Mars going into Gerudo.
probably gonna do the.
Probably gonna do amber earrings. Oh, not amber earrings. That's the wrong color. Oh my god.
I think the
Brain.
shrine actually.
Secret of the Snowy Peaks. Yeah, yeah. I think he's. Yeah, he is going in
Do
the correct direction for that.
yeah.
Because
See
that
that
one,
that
again,
that
that one's out
faster
of the
than
way.
doing Ruta. So
Yeah, definitely faster than doing Ruta. Definitely faster than doing Ruta. Yeah, because Secret Snowy Peaks is it's pretty much actually. I'm looking at this. It's actually almost directly. It's almost directly south of Mont
yeah,
Glaton.
yeah. You just gotta
And
go
he can
south quite a bit.
he can pick up Wasteland Tower probably on the way.
Oh yeah. he definitely can. Like after getting the shrine, probably getting Wasteland, and then using Wasteland to get to Gerudo Tower is not a bad plan.
Yeah. Although I would say that he should probably get Wasteland before doing the shrine. Although, oh no, actually for Bingo, he should definitely get the shrine first because you want to lock that down as quickly as possible.
And you also wanna watch time of day and like getting tower could just throw it off.
What time is it in his game? It is like I can
I
barely
cannot
see.
read it.
I can't read it either. It's certainly
He's
daytime.
actually
It's certainly daytime.
very, very close to the time, so he should go
Ooh,
to the shrine very quickly right now. Should probably
yeah.
make his
Because
way as fast as possible. It's like 4:25 on his clock that you can see there.
oh, I think he's gonna miss his window because I think the actual time is around
Yeah,
then. It's literally like around
yeah,
then.
it is.
I,
It's like I think it
it's like now.
starts glowing at 4,
Uh-huh.
something like that, you know?
Yeah. And for those who do not know why this is a tricky window, because you can change the time of day with a campfire. The problem is, of course, that the times of day that
Yeah,
you
see?
can travel to are not convenient for this particular. He might
You
make
don't
it.
need to. You can
Oh
no.
no! 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 Oh no!
No. This is so
Oh,
unfortunate. He
it was
could have made
glowing.
it.
It's glowing. It's glowing. He could have made it. Oh.
He could have made it. That's
So
so
he can only
unfortunate.
travel
He
to
it would have been
noon.
incredibly tight,
He could have been a
but
contender.
he
Could
could have
have
made
been
it.
somebody. Oh, he's gonna have to stand there and wait. So yeah, you can only travel
Also,
to morning, which is 5 a.m., noon, which is 12 p.m., and night, which is 8 p.m.
it's 9. No? I think
Is
night
it
is
9 or is
9.
it 9? You're right, it is 9. You're right, it is 9. Well, he
It's
has the
like
quest now,
yeah,
so
but
you
like
know.
you can get the shrine and then the
Oh no. Ugh.
icy prime meat, sunshrooms. Oh no. Sunshrooms are very useful. You can make up drafts.
Yeah, you can I don't know who else has been on YouTube and has seen this video. Actually, Vlad, I don't know if you've seen this video. There is a video that somebody made very recently that basically in the cutscene, the first cutscene where you meet Rivali, he basically says, "But you can't get up there now, can you?" And as a bit of a taunt. And the video explains a variety of ways to get up to Vamedo without going on the quest and using Teba as your personal bird taxi. Uh,
Hmm.
and one of them is using the updrafts from peppers on fire. And
Chaining
chaining them up.
updrafts
Just chaining them
all the
up.
way up there.
All the
That
way
that
up.
would be,
I'm gonna
you
send you
know,
this
like
video, Vlad, because it is a wonderful, wonderful YouTube video. I would even post I don't think we can post links in the Bingothon chat. But
uh
it
I'm
is
not sure.
it
I
is
mean, we do have the
well,
channel.
I don't have
I'm
sword
not
or VIP never mind. Don't worry about it. But I was thinking, but again, that reminded me of it because you can chain inflamed peppers to gain height. It's not efficient, but it will work.
yes, indeed. Yeah, see now it's just too early.
Mm.
Man, okay, so this actually gives Student a
This yeah.
chance to like
So
get 7 towers, I guess.
what is the conversion between Zelda in-game time and real time?
Uh, I am not sure, but it's something like every minute is like 10 minutes.
Every minute?
Something
No,
like
that's not
that.
it. That's not it. That's not it. That's not it. I'm gonna Google that actually. Or if you want to Google
Yeah,
it, go
I'm
ahead.
curious, yeah.
Anyway, I'm dropping it in the chat. There we go. Yeah. If anyone wants to I think it's 1 hour per minute. Well, if it's 1 hour per minute, if he's willing to burn a couple minutes, yeah, he can wait.
Hour per minute.
And use
Okay.
that time
Yeah.
to route. Use that time to route and do things that are productive.
Okay, cool. Yeah, if it's 1 hour per minute, yeah, that makes sense. It takes Yeah, now that I think about it, a day takes about half an hour to pass.
Yep.
So
And what is it? The blood moon is like what, like 3 weeks? It's like 3 hours of in-game time.
yeah, like it's 3:40, 3 hours and 40 minutes, which is many days.
Oh, Mars, just doing this little crouchy spins.
I mean, you gotta pass the time somehow.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I like to do when I get here and I just have to wait? I
Mhm.
like to pick up the snowballs and make them grow.
Just roll
And
them.
just keep doing that. Yeah, I just keep doing it until
Because
it's
you
time.
because you've never actually seen snow in real life, I'm gonna share this really fun fact with you, Vlad. Not all snow makes good snowballs or makes good snowmen.
Hmm.
If it's too cold, the snow doesn't stick.
Wait, hold on, I'm taking notes.
If it is too cold, the snow doesn't really stick very well. You have to have like it be like just below freezing, and so that the
Mm-hmm.
snow melts a little bit when you compact it, and then it'll make a good
Right.
snowball. And then you can use it to like roll a snowball or like roll a snowman.
I
But
see.
also making a spherical shape with a snowball while rolling it is also particularly difficult. You end up with an egg shape most of the time.
Hmm. And that makes sense. It stands to reason that when you try to roll it up, it tries to
There
be
we
at
go.
least a little bit cylindrical.
Yeah, yeah. Again, I spent many hours of my youth trying to make snowmen and failing on many occasions because of either weather conditions not really being optimal, or it just not being enough snow, or pushing around a massive ball of snow, and by the time you get to the second one, you get it on top of the other ball. You're like 8 years old and you're exhausted. You're like, I guess the
Hmm.
snowman's gonna be it's just gonna be two. It's just gonna be two.
Yeah. I can
So
imagine that.
So Mars has gotten his Sneaker of the Snow Peaks has gotten control of row one. That means that he has row one and row two. And he has two, which means he has to get one more control of one more row to beat Schwemp.
Mm-hmm.
As much as I like Schwemp and I think he's been doing a great job today, I don't like his chances here.
Oh yeah. No, I don't. I think it's unreasonable to assume that Mars cannot get the final memory within the next 3 minutes.
Things have to go horribly wrong in a very serious way, and I don't. And he has enough slot squares and other rows as well where even if things went horribly wrong, he could still recover from this.
Yeah. I mean, if suddenly, like out of the blue, Schwab got control of row 5, which is really what he would have to do to still
Hmm.
have some sort of chance.
And he hasn't even gotten into
Um,
Hebrew at all.
yeah, exactly. It would, it would bump up a lot his chances, but don't think, uh, I don't think he can, like, make up because even then he would take a considerable amount of time to get the three goals in row 5, and in that
Hmm.
time, Mars could just make up in the other two rows
Yeah.
if necessary.
In fact, I think it's very possible that we could be a sub hour and a half.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Indeed. Yeah, we did get to have you here for the whole match, huh?
Yeah, I know. I was not convinced. I was pretty sure I was gonna have to leave before the end. But I'm gonna be able to do the whole thing, even post game
Mm.
commentary.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of surprising. This board actually looked. I guess because it's not a lockout. If this was a lockout board, this would be a completely different story.
Yeah.
Lockout
Yeah.
would most certainly take way longer.
Because you'd have to get, yeah,
Um,
again, to get 13, you'd have to dip into those really nasty goals.
yes, exactly. To get 13, you would at least do one of the really bad ones. So
Yeah, and of the really bad ones, I imagine that Ruda would be one of them, and mounting creatures would be pretty bad. You'd end up mounting creatures.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe amber
The good thing,
earrings.
good thing about mounting creatures in this board, though, is there's 2 goals about mounting creatures. So
This is true. This is true.
you're like, you get one, you're half the way there for the other one. But other than
Yeah.
that, mounting creatures is pretty annoying, and I would avoid it as a cooler,
Yeah.
personally.
Yeah. Unless it has some sort of synergy with side quests and whatnot. In
Yeah.
that case, I would say it would be very good.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like,
Or even a compendium goal. If there was if there was creatures in compendium, that would also
yeah,
be a
yeah.
lot.
Like, I guess if you're doing like 13 side quests and like you choose 2 side quests, or if maybe even more side quests that have to do with mounting a creature, uh,
Yeah, there's shrine quest, there's crown beast
maybe it's
shrine
worth it.
quest.
Yeah.
You know, there's
Yeah,
plenty of
exactly.
stuff.
Exactly. Yeah. Like, I guess if there's good enough synergy, I'd probably try to go for mount 5 different creatures.
Hmm.
But it would be hard to catch me going for 9.
So Mars is trying to get the memory
Yeah, I
because
got
he got the memory.
yes. Now he's going for the last one, which is gonna be one that you mentioned, which
Oh, the
is
one in the
the
woods. The one in the woods.
yeah, the central tower in the woods. But this is actually a very annoying memory to get to from here, especially with BLSS. If
Hmm.
you were to do like a super and the wind bomb, it would be friendlier. But what I've been choosing to do lately is actually wind bomb to the castle town walls and
Hmm.
then perform a BLSS because it's a little higher up. You have a little bit more leeway, and stuff like what he's doing right now don't happen, in which you're trying to go up a
Well,
hill with the
it doesn't
BLSS.
help. It doesn't help that it's raining and can't see where he's going.
Oh yeah, and
It
like
does not help.
I
Uh-oh.
think for me, the
Uh-oh.
worst part about this is the
Uh-oh.
anxiety of being around
Uh-oh.
guardians. So
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you just have to hope you're moving fast enough so they don't get you. And also aimbot being
yeah,
what it is, you know,
exactly.
because they can just shoot you out of the sky from very, very, very far away because you know they're guardians and they'll just do that.
Yes, indeed. So I think this is the 5th memory for Mars,
Yes, should be. I think.
and is chronologically last memory before the 13th secret memory. I don't.
Yeah.
I just think he doesn't know where it is.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Oh, he doesn't know where it is.
Uh-uh. Mm-mm. I know where it is. I'm not gonna tell.
Oh, okay, we see Stamp actually going back for rubber armor.
All right, going back for rubber armor. Let's go.
Let's go, Stamp. I believe in you. You got this. You just gotta. Wait, is it? Okay, it wasn't even raining. He got here fast enough, so it took like a century to start to rain.
Oh, interesting. Interesting strat. Interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it is interesting, but like,
Oh, he's got it. Oh, he almost had it. Oh, he almost had it.
yeah,
Ah,
for a while there, I thought it would have been
yeah,
successful.
yeah.
But it just goes to
So what do
show
you?
that maybe this one you just gotta do with stasis. There's no much choice.
Hopefully
Anonymous
it's high.
cheerer,
Oh,
thank you for the bits.
oh yeah. Thank you so much for the bits, anonymous sure. 5 little ghosty bits. The little ghosty bit.
I don't like the way this is going for Stump. So there's actually this little place. There's like
Yeah, there's a place where you can walk it up.
yeah, like but not like walk it up. There's like this one place that is perfect for when you screw up doing the first stasis throw,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like it's not on the way, but it's very helpful.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I've been. Yeah. I'm
Okay, so
just.
Mars found the memory. After
Oh, good.
quite a
All
bit of
right.
looking.
Are we doing it by hundo rules or?
We're doing bingo rules, which just means we wait until Link opens his eyes
All right. Cool.
after watching the cutscene.
Yeah. Again, for those who do not know, in the speedrun, it's as soon as you press A to recall the memory is usually when it's said to be getting the memory. But in bingo,
Mhm.
we generally wait until Link opens his eyes again after he has viewed
Yeah.
the memory.
Yeah, this is a little divergence we have in rules because people that actually devised the rules for bingo didn't know that Hundo timed itself like that.
Yeah.
And I guess for the longest time, getting the final memory wasn't the end of Hundo.
Yeah.
So we'd never really thought about it.
Yeah. I believe initially, when Hundo was routed, you had to kill Ganon twice
Yeah, yeah, I'm pretty sure that was the
because there was a sort of this like, oh, you have to end the run with killing Ganon, except you don't actually have to do that.
yeah. Does Mars need another one? I don't think so. I thought Mars had gotten all of
That might be
them.
if that's number
Maybe that
if
was the
that's not
fourth,
number
yeah.
5. That might be the fourth because I remember when we weren't sure if he got no, but I thought he got
Hollowed
the
Grounds. Yeah,
hallowed
but he
grounds one.
just got the Hollowed Grounds. I think I was counting an extra memory because I had
I
it
think
in my
that's number
mind that he had
4.
gotten Sanadin Park.
No, no, I don't think he did. I don't think he did because he got Frog Memory, he got Zelda's study, he got Hallowed Grounds, and he got the one in the woods. So
Yeah.
that's 4. Now he's just getting sent in. Now it's done. Now it's over. All
Yeah,
right.
now it's Sanadin Park's time. You know, that would actually have been a really good snipe for Stump to do if he had just used the little bit of time that he
Yeah.
wasted in trying to get the rubber armor to get. I think Stump also has 4 memories, so like he
Yeah.
just needed one more.
Mhm. Yeah.
It would have
But I
been.
understand what I understand. Like, yeah.
I mean, it's
Yeah.
hard to know, right? You don't know
Mhm.
what your opponent's doing,
Oh well,
so
Shrimp activated 7 towers, so
GG's.
he did get he did get one row. He did get one row.
Yay.
All right, GG's everybody.
GG's. Uh,
I would like to.
yeah.
I will formally invite our runners to come into the VC to chat about their runs if they would like to. If you don't want to, it's totally fine. Do we
Yes,
want to bring him in?
absolutely. I can't actually. I don't have that permission, but
Do I have that permission?
I'm not entirely sure. But we do have
Um,
harm. Uh,
I don't think I
uh,
have that permission. I think I have some sort of moderator privileges, but I don't have the mod. Even some of the mods in this Discord don't have moving people from VC to VC to so harm please. Thank you harm.
GG's Mars. That was
GG's
a
to Mars.
GG.
really impressive showcase. I thought some of the
Oh,
strats that you did were kind of unorthodox, and I was impressed with your ability to do them.
thank you.
Yeah,
What in particular was unorthodox, like weird?
Um, so I can't really put my finger on it, but I remember commenting it during the run, uh,
Fair enough.
like saying, "Oh, it's doing this instead of doing that." I think it was about a clock
it was. I
tower,
think it was.
maybe.
Well, there were definitely a couple places where we it occurred to us that you did the kind of things kind of the long way a couple of times. Um, where I think it was mentioned for obtain 20 bomb arrows, you could just start the Vomito quest and you get given 20 bomb arrows.
Oh, I totally forgot about that.
And
You should
for
have,
soldiers, yeah,
yeah.
and no, yeah, and honestly, neither Vlad nor I thought of it. I think it was it Floha in chat said that, or maybe it was Harm. I think it was no, I think it was Harm.
That's actually
Anyway,
that's really scary because I delayed 20 bomb arrows for a little while because I figured it would be safe because it's annoying to get 20. But if you just start Vimetto, it's like, well, you can
Yeah.
just have them.
It was
But I
harm. It
guess
Yeah.
was harm. Okay.
I don't know. It seems like there were a lot of snipes throughout the whole game. I don't know
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, there were
what was
quite a
going
few.
on.
Yeah, the other one that both Vlad and I remarked upon was to get bokoblin guts. We saw you went to Coliseum to kill black bokos, which was very smart because that's pretty much a guaranteed drop.
Yeah, that's the only place I know of
However,
getting
you
it.
can buy them in Kakariko Village.
Yeah,
What? Oh my
that's a thing
goodness.
that most people don't actually know. You can just
Yeah.
get them at the shop in
Oh, that's
Yeah.
right.
Kakariko,
Because I
right by
was
the butter.
thinking of stuff. It's like, oh, you can't buy Boko guts in CAC because you can buy raw meat, but raw meat is the thing you can't buy in CAC. That's for the cocoa cooking side quest. I got them mixed up.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah. There we go. Yeah.
Um,
um
we also saw
but
you get the 20 bird eggs fairly quickly with the things in Ridgeland, which to us was kind of new, I guess.
yeah.
I
Well,
wasn't entirely sure there were so many eggs over there.
Me neither, to be honest. There was that one mushroom that had like 3 nests on it. I was like, thank the Lord. And I
yeah,
Yeah.
that's
got
crazy.
16 so that I could buy out the 5 bird eggs in a shop and then use my 21st one to cook the meal.
Nice.
Mm.
Very
Oh
nice.
yeah, true. Harm
Very
just mentioned
nice.
in chat that you got a regular bingo, so you got the diagonal.
Yeah, look
GG's on that
at
too.
that. Wow. um, so I was uh by the way, both of us during the Secret of the Snowy Peaks, you probably didn't have to wait and reset time of day on that one. You
Oh,
might have been able to make it.
Yeah. So when you first got there, like if you had just gone to make the shadow to cast the shadow, I think you would have had enough time to pop up the shrine and then read the diary.
Yeah,
that
because you
makes
can always
sense.
get the
So
quest after.
Oh,
yeah.
true. I didn't think about that. I forgot. I just remember it was so close to 4 when when I dropped or when I stopped the slide, and then my wind bombs
Mm.
to there were really slow. So I was like, "There's no way I'm making this. I have to just reset time of day." But I
Yeah,
didn't even look
the
at the
Yeah.
time.
yeah, the crazy thing is you don't have to look at the time, you can just look at the pedestal because the pedestal it was still glowing, which
Yeah,
means you could
as
still
you
do it.
arrived there, we noticed that the pedestal was glowing orange, and that was kind of heartbreaking to see because you
You have
probably
to
just
stand
didn't
there and
notice
wait,
it
yeah.
in the in the moment,
Yeah, I'm like
but
dying in the cold, trying to like figure out what to do,
Oh yeah, like
yeah,
running out
standing
of
by
exactly.
food and everything.
the But you got it done.
Exactly.
Uh if Strump wants to talk about it, Strump, do we need to talk about the Thundra Plateau? Do-
I had no idea how to do that at all. I did it
Oh
once in my casual
man.
playthrough and then just failed miserably B- uh, with the BLSS, and then I tried to do the casual strats, and I had no wooden weapons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So both Vlad and I were, we were watching. We thought that the BLSS was gonna work, and both of us were like, "Oh my god, that's perfect! You can just BLSS with the balls, and it's perfect." And then there's nowhere to step, and it's just,
And when
Yeah.
I
So
yeah,
that's
Wait,
one of the
so
things that I noticed that were kind of unorthodox about your run, Stump, because in general, as you get there, you try to do everything with stasis because, like it's been done this way for a few years now in speedrunning. But then you try to do the VLSS and I was like, wait, this is genius. This is actually like a better option because you don't really have to worry about getting shocked because you don't really need to be
yeah,
holding a weapon to do that, and
mhm.
you have control of where you fall. So I
mhm.
was that was pretty smart. Unfortunately, it didn't
Like,
work, but it was
yeah,
really
there's
smart.
nowhere to step. Yeah, it's really unfortunate. And yeah, trying to go back and keep trying to do it with the Boko Bat was a good idea. The problem is that this isn't that the Thunder Plateau is a level and a area that was designed very evilly by the game developers, and it's just a little too high to shoot it to hit it off of an ice block. It's
Yeah.
just uh, it's hard. It's
Yeah.
hard.
It's painful.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wait,
it's
so
just out of the way. It's kind of
what?
annoying.
Why did you go to the Thunder Plateau?
Rubber armor.
Yeah.
Oh,
Rubber
wait, I
armor.
thought. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. I thought rubber armor would have been in the Lake Shrine, but that's rubber helm, right?
Yeah.
I
So the
Yes.
rubber. Yeah, the rubber
No,
helm is
wait. The rubber helm you get by
it's at the
completing a
stable.
quest
In the
in
stable.
the
Oh,
Farron stable. I think
okay,
it's Lakeside Stable,
that makes
I
sense.
technically.
believe it is. Yeah.
And
Dude, I should have known
then
that too. I did like a all Ridgeland Bingles speed run.
oh,
I
nice.
Yeah.
should
Yeah.
have
It's
followed
Lakeside
that.
stable. It's Lakeside stable.
That makes
Yeah.
sense.
Um.
Um,
But I would
yeah.
I would like to say that all of you dodged a lot of the really nasty stuff in this board very well.
Yeah.
Um, there
We were
was
just
there's
mentioning that if this was like just a regular lockout, you guys would have been absolutely screwed
yeah, because
because
you
Oh
had to
yeah,
really
we
dip
had
into some of the
like
long stuff.
horrible
some of
goals
the
on this
goals
card.
here are just
Oh,
very hard and long.
Yeah, yeah, killing enemy with Master Sword beams, having to
That's
do
not too bad.
EMS, not fun.
even
From the, yeah, doing the entirety of Terrytown is just don't do that.
Yeah, Terrytown's rough.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just don't do that.
Although I did have a Kala Tower, so I could just slide everywhere. It would just be really slow.
Yeah, Vlad actually mentioned that when you got Akala Tower, that there was nice synergy there because because you should, and he said that you should get that getting Akala Tower first was the right move, quote unquote, because um it's so much higher than everything else. You can just use it to get everywhere else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Leading up to Akala Tower, I was really scared that I was going to lose that goal. But
Oh
then I
shoot, I have
lost.
to go. I'm so sorry. Vlad, you can
No
keep
worries.
interviewing. I have to go. Thanks so
Yeah,
much for
yeah,
having
for
me,
sure.
guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thanks for
Yeah,
coming.
have a fun time, Ariel.
Will do. Bye.
'Cause I lost Guardian Turret by like probably 20, 30 seconds or so. And
Hmm.
after that, I was like, okay, it'll probably be just like a rush to Akala Tower. But I didn't know what that was because I felt like after I got that, I was pretty safe. But leading up to that, I was very worried.
That makes sense. I was also surprised that you guys I think both of you were sitting for a good while with like 3 or 4 memories. I think Stremp finished this bingo with 4 memories, and obviously you got the 5.
Really?
Um,
Wow.
yeah.
but I was very surprised by how long you guys held out with with getting memories because that would have been either a really good snipe or a easy control.
Yeah,
Uh,
that's crazy. I didn't think about that. Because there's like almost no other camera goals on this card. So I was like,
Yeah.
ooh, if I just get camera, get a couple memories, and then do the rest of my goals, I can like use that as the pin at the very end to get like 5 memories.
Mhm.
mhm.
But I
I
guess that makes sense.
once I
Go
got
ahead.
the fort, I just backed out. I just backed out and tried to work on other goals because
Yeah.
originally I was going to do Wildberry Creep and do Wildberry Creep and just get the memory there at
Yeah.
and this.
Well, Wildberry Crep felt super important as well because it's like if I can steal that goal from you, that means you have to do a really slow goal, like 7 towers or amber earrings in that row to
Yeah, that
finish
was
it
a
out.
really
Yeah,
good strategy.
yeah. You getting that goal completely screwed me over the rest of the run.
Yeah.
So good on you.
I think the strat there
Yeah.
is after you see me click that, you just have to assume that I'm not going to contest the row at all and just save those goals for the end because like I felt pretty safe in like everywhere else,
Yeah,
especially after I saw 7 towers.
yeah, that's a really good way to think about it. Um, yeah, I guess on a strategy point of view, the way you played Mars was really smart because you focused on being on every row first. So like you kind of spread out your goals and try to do whatever was fast
Yeah, board presence is
at
super
the
important
start.
because I have to
Yeah,
like
yeah. So
threaten. I want to try to threaten everything so that
yeah,
until I start finishing out rows that it doesn't like really reveal what rows I'm going for.
It just goes to show that like lockout and row control are really all about the mind games.
Yeah. Row control is my favorite format by far. In the Sunshine Bingo League, that was like the only format that I would like take games off people who I thought were better than me.
I see. So in this particular match, what did you guys like doing the most? Like what was most fun for you?
Probably Ingrid and Coco.
Yeah, that's a pretty good one.
The 7 towers was satisfying to complete after getting derailed.
Hmm.
But in my personal
Mm.
opinion, this board was not generous by any means.
Oh no, absolutely. We were talking at the start that this board, even though it has like some spread out, easy-ish to complete goals, in general, it's not a very friendly board at all.
No.
No. Oh, I was curious actually as to what you did at the very start because my assumption was that I get game over for bees and you get plateau Koroks and we like trade those super early game goals. But I ended up being able to get plateau Koroks as well.
Um,
Sure.
Shtub?
Yes.
Yeah, I think at the start, Stump was, he was obviously preparing for other stuff that he wanted to do, and from what I could see, it actually took a while for him to notice that you had gotten the plateau Koroks.
Uh,
So
I was just
Stump actually did get the 5 Koroks, right?
I only got 4.
Oh, okay.
I dropped out after the 4 because I was looking for bombers in the area of the 5th where I was at the 5th Korok, and then just
Mm,
figured out you need the ballot the champion's ballot for that bomber thing.
mm,
Because I would have gotten the goal if it wasn't that, but oh well.
yeah. Anything else you guys want to say?
No, I have no other thoughts.
hmm. I'm going back to what you said earlier about like the favorite thing to do in the match was picture memories, even though I messed it up. I remember like a month ago I routed stuff for picture memories goals, but then I completely forgot the route in the second half and skipped over the horse memory when sliding from Mogloton. But
Mm,
other than that, I was pretty happy about that.
I commented with Ariel that if I was actually running 5 picture memories, I would probably do the start of the current best ending route, because even though like it's not super, it doesn't have too much synergy with everything else that is happening on this board. It has enough synergy, in my opinion, for it to be worth it, because like you start at Senadon Park and then you get Ancient Columns, and then on the way to the Frog Memory, you can get the Rubber Armor, and then visit Castle, which enough places to get either bomb arrows and any other sort of preparation, and then finish
Mm.
it by getting the Hallowed Grounds memory. Um, yeah. I think we're done, right? We've,
Think so.
any further remarks from you guys that you guys wanna any shout outs that you wanna do?
Shout outs to George, the only person I've played bingo with aside from on Bingothon stream. We like grinded it a lot, and I'm glad that the practice has been paying off.
All right. Stamp.
I'll give a shout out to Shadow Hunter as that's who I usually play Dingo with.
Hell yeah. So okay, guess we're gonna end it and raid the Sunshine community. Big thanks to Harmian, who was our restreamer, and thank everybody for watching.
Thank you guys for
Have a good
commentating
week.
too.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you guys for running. And we are off. Hey, thank you guys so much for running today. GG's to you both.
GG's. It was fun.